Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Antoinette, and I'm from the Golden Woman Centre. I'm just getting comfortable. It's taken me a while to find a place to actually work in the house. There are a lot of people here working at home and living at home at the moment. So I just wanted to talk to you this afternoon about overcoming adversity. And I've just said in the little forward on the post that, we've been trained since we were small children to overcome adversity. And I also think it's the same as the building of resilience within us. And it doesn't mean to say that everything is perfect all the time and that we just easily overcome things. But from a very early age, we've had to understand that things don't always go our way. And so just incrementally, even as children, when we start to fall over and we thought we could run really fast and we can't, or we thought we could ride a bike and we couldn't. And it took time to actually learn those skills, and failure was part of it. And so when we talk about overcoming adversity in the climate that we're in at the moment, much of what has happened to us in our lives has helped us to build the strength, the stamina, and the resilience to overcome adversity. And so Jennifer and I have been talking a lot about it over the last few weeks because humanity is at the moment learning to overcome a bigger thing than in our lifetimes we've had to overcome. I mean, my mother lived through the Depression, or she was a small child, and she was also alive during the Second World War. And I've not experienced any of that. The biggest thing I've ever been and understood was firstly when I went to Ireland and looked at what they've had to overcome and really saw firsthand the incredible pain and suffering that Ireland has endured for many, like for a long time, and that they actually have made their peace. But their resilience is big. They've developed a lot of resilience. And I don't know that in my lifetime I've dealt with things like a pandemic or like what they've dealt with in Ireland. And so I just wanted to talk to you this afternoon about what you can do. What are the things that you can do in your life to help you overcome adversity? And, a lot of it is about not futurizing. You're not making up things for the future. It's going to be like this or that, and sort of making paranoid fantasies, but actually dealing with what we have to deal with each day. Just actually dealing with what's in front of us and taking a step at a time. Also being in our bodies, not up here in our heads, but actually in our bodies, able to be firmly grounded, feet on the ground. In fact, putting your feet on the earth every day is a wonderful thing to help you ground and to be in the present moment, not futurizing and not, fantasizing about the past, about how amazing it was and it was perfect and all of and that kind of thinking, but being in the present moment, and also in the present moment being able to appreciate and have gratitude for what we actually do have, not what we don't have. And so I was talking this morning to some other people about the fact that it's like switching radio stations. You're not staying on the radio station of doom and gloom, but actually turning your radio station to one of potential and understanding that good things can happen for you, and allowing your life to unfold for you rather than expecting it to be terrible. So at the moment, all of us are looking at our businesses, and we're all looking at, do we really like doing this? Do we not like doing this? How can we make this work? How can we still provide for our families? How can we make a contribution to the world? And so there's a lot of supposed adversity at the moment. And for some people, it's very real, where they've lost their livelihoods, and that is a big overcoming. And it's also a big transformation. It's a big time of transformation for all of us here on the planet. And so rather than looking at everything as adversity, maybe we can see it or look at it together, because we're all in this together. Maybe we can look at this together as how do we transform? How do we keep the things that are working for us, and how do we let go of those things that don't really work for us and have been holding us back from, being who we really are, and what we might really have to offer. And so, Jennifer's going to do a meditation with you on Friday about overcoming adversity and maybe letting go of the fear and letting go of all of the old doubts and insecurities that have held us in a place where we weren't prepared to put our head above the parapet and be really who we are. And so I just leave you with that this afternoon. Overcoming adversity may mean that it's time for you to put your head above the parapet. It's time for you to be who you truly are. And so, so I look forward to hearing if this is helpful to you, but I'd love you to think about it. What does overcoming adversity mean to you? Is it actually just about turning the channel, putting your head above the parapet and remembering who you truly are and what you may have to offer that you haven't been able to offer up till now? Anyway, it was lovely talking to you this afternoon, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week. And don't forget, we do mysteries of the Sisterhood of the Rose on Thursday. And it was an extraordinary morning that Jennifer and I had, and some incredibly interesting information came through. So for those of you interested in that, I'll see you on Thursday. In any case, I'll see you hopefully next Tuesday. Thank you so much. Namaste.